What is up, guys? Welcome back to your favorite sports podcast, The Fourth Stringers. I am Corey. With me is my friend
Chris.
And surprisingly, for the first time on this podcast, we have, introduce yourself, boys.
Matt.
Jeramey.
Hi.
That's right. That's right. The four of us are here for another episode of the Four Stringers podcast. A little bit of a jumble this week because we got to catch up on some the first week and the second week of the NFL season. Let's go to the recap. So, boys, let's be honest. Did any of us expect any of these games to go down the way they did?
Yes. Week one, right?
The Bengals suck.
Yeah. I have Joe Burrow in a 4-man league, and he's trying to sabotage it.
And then let's go with the Cowboys. Who would have thought they just plummeted so fast? Dak injured.
I kind of expected it. They have a top 5 defense and then a bottom 20 offense right now.
I would say they're definitely in top 32 offenses in the league.
Yeah, really. I would have to agree.
You love to see it. Unfortunately,
coming from an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
As a Bills fan, screw them.
The Eagles are playing well.
We'll get to that. But the Ravens are kind of hit and miss for me. They
let the Jets get back into that first game.
Well, the Dolphins kind of just
came
came out of nowhere.
That was the first time the Dolphins came back from a 21-point deficit since 2011. So I think it was.
I love these random stats. It's great. No, I enjoy that. Who do you think was our biggest upset week one?
Talking in general?
Who do you think should have absolutely won and then didn't? So,
the Bengals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they almost came back.
Who else played?
Oh, God.
Let's talk about one of the most shocking things. How about that Texans-Colts game first week?
That was
It finished in a tie.
Yeah.
The Jaguars are... Shut up. The
You're peaking.
The Jaguars are leading the AFC South. What is going on?
Can we go back to the stat line?
It's
after
like
the
Armageddon.
First week, though?
Super Bowl contenders, baby.
No.
No, but let's go back to that stat line after the first week, because after the first week, the AFC South had zero teams in the win column.
And 2 of them played one another.
That's sad.
It's
That's
just
just sad.
It's so dumb. I think my biggest upset was the Colts. Then, I mean, they didn't lose, but they for sure didn't win.
I'd say,
was so dumb.
I'd say they're right about where I expected.
They're not giving Jonathan Taylor the ball.
Yeah.
Nope.
They're we want to wean away from it. It worked.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest surprises, which is not really that surprising because of their situation, is the Rams. Because you come back, you're come off winning a Super Bowl. Of course, you're going to have a Super Bowl high. But the fact that Stafford comes back, yes, he has a slight elbow injury, but still. Cooper Kupp, still playing decently. But the first game, he was kind of he just couldn't get going.
The Bills plowed through them.
Yes.
I kind of expect. My dad was talking to me about the game. He goes, I think it'll be close in the beginning, but then the Bills are just going to pull away. The offense is too good. Jalen Ramsey, obviously, he's up there for best corner in the league, but Stephon Diggs exposed him.
Smoked him.
I think Ramsey is falling off. I'm not going to lie. Ever since, the playoffs last year.
Now.
Isn't he has he even hit his 30s yet?
No, but he's getting up there. Cornerbacks are a dime a dozen.
That's true.
I thought a big upset for me, or not even just an upset, but a shocker, the Titans. They also the Giants.
The Giants are one of 6 2-0 teams.
Yeah, I know.
We'll get to that, but that's...
It's kind of ridiculous.
What about the lead passers?
Tua's leading the league in passing yards.
Along with Carson Wentz in second and Joe Flacco in third.
2022.
Actually, after the second week,
did Allen become one of the...
Josh is either fourth or third.
Josh is 3 and Jalen is second. So
it's just
I'm enjoying this.
It's a cluster. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's
all trust in the mighty Tua. I'm telling you.
But actually, so just to point out, so we all have favorite teams. I'm an Eagles fan. Chris is a Bills fan.
Yep.
Matt is a Chiefs fan.
I'm a Chiefs fan.
And Jeremy's
a hybrid.
Yeah.
Jeremy's a hybrid.
I like the Eagles and the Bills. Leave me alone.
Chris converted him. Blame Chris. But the Chiefs though, they are still going strong. Like, even without Tyreek, Mahomes still showing that the AFC goes through him, basically.
I just think we need to use Juju a little bit more.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mahomes is relying a lot on tools that he had in the past, like Kelsey and McCole Hardman, which there's nothing wrong with that, but he has Juju there, and he's left him open in the field multiple times.
Yeah, and then Valdez-Scantling is
Scantling is a speed demon.
I don't know why they're not using him.
Yeah.
It would just open up their offense more.
You know, who's having similar situation, but is not producing nearly as good as Mahomes? Aaron Rodgers. I low-key feel bad for him.
Week 1 was rough.
Horrible.
He trusts no one on that team, wide receiver-wise.
They scored 7 points against that Vikings defense.
That's
And then the
shame.
Eagles just exposed their defense then, too.
Exposed them very well.
We'll get to that, though.
We will. Okay, so let's get to our second topic real quick. So second topic. Actually, I'm pretty sure we can get to this now. Favorite team reactions.
So far through week 1 and 2?
Yes. So you can. I will let you go first because you're.
The Bills deserve to be at the top of the power rankings. I mean, that's honest. I'm not going to say they're the best team in the league, but they're for sure showing that they definitely could
They're
be.
arguably the best team in the league all around.
Yeah. I mean, they're so well-rounded. We punt and we still get the ball back. That was our first punt of the year. And it bounces off the dude's shoulder. We don't have to punt.
No, that was ridiculous because you guys punted twice. I think both times they muffed the punt and you got it back.
We didn't get it the second time, but they couldn't catch the ball. That was more the Titans just kind of sucking.
Yeah.
But we beat the Super Bowl champs and then the 1 seed in the whole AFC. I know the Titans aren't what they were before, but it's no excuse. You got to play better than that.
I don't think. Sorry, go ahead, Matt. I don't think Tannehill is going to be there long term. Like, literally during the game against you guys on week 2, they put Malik Willis in. I feel like Tannehill, he's serviceable. He can get you pretty far in the playoffs, but as far as winning you a Super Bowl, that's not happening.
There's something wrong if you're giving up that many points. I don't care what team it is, but if you're giving up that many points in what they scored 10 points. Seven.
Put up 7.
That's absurd.
Yeah, they scored on their first drive.
There should not be that large of a deficit
What
between.
What was that? The post you saw on social media, dude was like, "Oh yeah, so the Bills scored, the Titans answered."
Oh yeah. Wait, what's it called? The Bills scored. The Titans answered. That was the last time they answered. It was just over from there, because they put up a good drive in the on their first drive.
I will say you guys locked up Derrick Henry pretty well. I mean, he still got a few yards, but
They got predictable with
The
their run
Giants shut down Derrick Henry.
game. I know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with him.
That dude, I don't know who it was, but he leveled
Yes.
Henry.
Well,
For the
he just
size
looks
that
he just
Henry
looks
is.
slow.
Yeah.
It's just because he's so muscular, so he's not going to be as fast as like a Jerick McKinnon or Christian McCaffrey, but he builds momentum, but he couldn't get momentum at all.
I'm not surprised though, because like the workload is mainly going to him now because they don't have any like really reliable wide receivers there. They got Robert Woods, he's decent, but not like extraordinary.
Josh Gordon.
They drafted Treylon Burks through the pick they got from us in the AJ Brown trade, and Burks is supposed to be the next AJ Brown, but he's still young. He has to get time. So they're literally giving all the
Not with
workload
Ryan
to Derrick
Tannehill at
Henry.
quarterback.
Yeah. But the workload is mainly going to Derrick Henry, and he's not going to be able to sustain that play.
I don't understand why the Titans traded A.J. Brown.
Because he wanted to get paid, and they refused to pay him. He wanted to be
Was he still within his contract though?
I think he was, but we extended him 4 years, $100 million. He was looking for a $100 million extension, and the
They
Titans
probably didn't
refused.
want to pay.
Yeah.
Because he had a good year last year.
Yeah.
He was kind of deserving of a good contract.
Yeah.
Not like a Stephon Diggs or like Tyreek Hill type of contract, but nonetheless money.
I think he got like over 1,000 yards 2 of the last 3 seasons he played for the Titans. Like
Yeah, with Ryan Tannehill. So
Yeah.
you kind of deserve it. But the Panthers are kind of disappointing.
I'm not
Sorry,
surprised.
I know we're talking about favorite teams, but Baker Mayfield.
I feel bad for the guy.
I feel so
Yeah.
bad. They shipped him off like he was a piece of scrap, and then they're going to just roll out with Jacoby Brissett, like they didn't do what they did.
Dude,
Okay.
look at the Browns.
They lost to the Jets.
The Jets literally.
Joe
It's like,
Flacco, MVP.
Here, Corey Davis. Here's a bomb by Joe Flacco.
Screw it, he's out there
Touchdown.
somewhere.
Here's an onside kick. Yeah, go Jets. And then a game-sealing interception.
Yep.
It was
like
just,
Flacco really turned back the clock for that game. That was insane.
Yeah.
it looked like 2011, 2012 Flacco that game.
Yep.
The way he was throwing.
Speaking of the what you said about screw it, he's down there somewhere. That's exactly what Kirk Cousins did to Darius Slay.
oh
And
my gosh, that was
bro,
atrocious.
that was beautiful.
I had Dalvin Cook in like
It's
3
a good
leagues.
transition to go to talk about the Eagles there.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I had Dalvin Cook in 3 leagues. Disappointing. I lost by 2 points in one league because Justin Jefferson catches a pass at the end.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I came into that game worried. I honestly thought we were gonna lose because after what the Vikings did to Green Bay, I was like, you know what, it might be tough. When we came in after that first matchup between Slay and Jefferson, where he swatted the ball down, I was like, you know what, I think we got a chance. But I did not expect us to go 24-7 against them. That was just, and we really should have had more. It should have been like 38. It was just a all-around great game. Jalen Hurts, his best game as an Eagle. He's shown improvement. The work in the offseason has paid off. If he keeps this up, he's going to be our franchise quarterback. He's getting an extension. And we're using those first-round picks.
Who did they play week 1?
Detroit.
I still want to see you guys play good defense, but I'm impressed with Jalen.
It's
Hurts so
amazing
far.
what happens when you get one additional piece, how it can all just come together.
But the team as a whole, though, like how he was wheeling and dealing the whole offseason, we drafted well, we traded well, we picked up guys in free agency.
It's because you didn't do hey, let's get Jalen Reagor instead of
Yeah.
Jefferson this time.
And
You got Jordan Davis, who looks like a monster so far, and Nakobe Dean was a steal.
Yeah.
And then we picked up James Bradbury when the Giants let him go. He was a Pro Bowler like 2 years ago. And then we traded for C.J. Gardner-Johnson off the Saints.
He was rumored to go to the Chiefs, but you know.
But no,
I mean,
works out for us.
you're still over here hoping for McCaffrey or Saquon.
Hey man, those were just rumors.
Edwards-Helaire looks good so far, though.
He does look good.
He looks a little slimmer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's young too. He's 25, 26,
Yeah.
something like that. Which he's only been in the league for 2-3 years, something like
Yeah.
that.
Really?
I
feel like
believe
it's
so.
been
I
like
could be wrong, but
This is his third
It
year.
feels like 5. That's crazy.
he's kind of a unit.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the running back you're really big on, though, for the Chiefs, the third string one?
No, I like Pacheco. He looks good. I mean, I think we can run a really good 1-2-3 punch.
It's like a running back by committee.
Yeah.
Like with Pacheco, Hilaire, and McKinnon. McKinnon's great for those screen passes. He kind of he's gonna get at least 6-7 yards on those screen plays because he's just so quick.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
Hilaire
dude.
can just power through on the goal line.
The AFC Championship game, Jerick McKinnon was just getting like huge chunks of yardage on just.
Yeah, and then we gave up 20 points in the second half.
Well, you knew
Yeah.
the Bills' offense was going to eventually do that, but
You said the AFC Championship.
oh yeah,
That's what-
no, I meant the divisional game, but
13 seconds.
Oh, wow.
you lost to the Bengals. I don't know how to respond.
We made it to the
Anyway.
AFC Championship. We have a Super Bowl.
That's okay. Moving
I'm sorry.
on. Speaking of Super Bowl, though, Chris has really been trying to manifest a Bills-Eagles Super
Everyone
Bowl.
is.
Bulls-
Toby was talking
yeah,
about it. Everybody's
it's-
just been talking about it.
Jeremy,
It's-
was-
America doesn't have the infrastructure,
Yes.
baby.
Yes. That post last night. Oh my god.
Philly and Buffalo fall off the map if either of them make it to the Super Bowl. Like,
But
The East Coast is in ruins.
Yes.
Buffalo, the city will burn to the ground if we win the Super Bowl.
Even if you lose a Super Bowl.
If we lose the Super Bowl, oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't want to know what my dad will do. I'm terrified.
You'll
He's
have to-
gone through 4 in a row.
You have to put him in like a psych ward.
He's not going to leave his room for a week.
I said this last week when we recorded, and I will say it again. If the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl, I'm definitely going to Phoenix for this year. Nothing's keeping me away from that stadium.
At the same time, it is just week 2.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying. I'm trying so hard not to overreact, but it's really hard after the showing we had.
We have to wait till February.
Yeah.
So
But for right now, we can all be happy. Dubs all around.
what is all of your guys' week 2 overreactions? I want to go first. I think the Cardinals are gonna finish in like last place in that division. I don't know. I feel
Yeah.
like the Seahawks are somehow gonna overtake them. Kyler Murray,
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith, baby. But
I think Russell and the Broncos will be finishing unless they pull it together. They're gonna be finishing last
yeah,
because Russell Wilson has like the honeymoon period is over. He hasn't really been playing up to standard, and Jerry Jeudy, he had injury scared the last game. Cortland Sutton is like the only consistent target, really. The only one who hasn't been like injured, I would say. Tim Patrick's still injured. He's out for the season. Unless they clean it up, there's no way. I don't see them going that far this
they
year.
have to give the ball
Are
to
they 0-2
Javonte.
or are they 1-1?
I think
I
they're
think they're 1-1.
1-1. They won the second game against Houston.
but
It was like
sloppy.
16-9.
I still don't
Yeah.
have faith in the Raiders in that division.
Yeah.
Their play calling is atrocious.
Like you have Devontae and like him and Carr have looked good together, but like
But that's all they have.
exactly. There's nothing else, and their defense isn't that great.
No,
No.
Waller's not doing what he should be. And who's starting there? Josh Jacobs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
running back.
they don't give them the
No,
ball.
they're not using
Their
him a
play
lot.
calling is atrocious. They're like, oh, we have Kenyon Drake. Let's use him. He hasn't been mentioned in like 2 years.
I don't remember him being relevant since he was on the Dolphins.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Jacobs is a great runner. He's not A tier, but he's like a B minus B tier running back.
He's from Alabama. Like, how do you
He-
not?
Yeah, give him the ball. He gets like 4 yards per run.
A lot of teams just don't give anyone a chance.
Yeah,
The
You
Vikings,
have these guys let's go to the Bills. They let James Cook have one play. He made a mistake, but
benched
they
until
just
the second half.
Yeah, they just didn't give him another
Well,
shot.
did you know he was the Bills' leading rusher week 2?
Yep.
11 carries, 52 yards.
Yeah.
So for some reason, we're running Zach Moss more than Devin Singletary. I don't get it. Devin Singletary picks up like 4 yards per carry, but nobody. I don't understand. I mean, 41-7. I'm not going to complain.
yeah. I gotta say though, like the one team I feel like could challenge you guys.
Is the Dolphins, right?
No, actually, well, they're up there, but I think it's mainly the Chargers. Each
They lost to the Chiefs.
yes, but that was a very close game, and if it wasn't for certain mistakes, they possibly could have pulled it out.
But I feel like the Bills have a better defense than the Chiefs.
Oh yeah,
No offense, but
You're not wrong.
yeah,
it's
I wasn't that impressed. I mean, they
Yeah.
kind of let their guards down in the second half.
but each of the games they've like either lost or what are they? Are they 0-2 or are they 1-1?
Chargers?
Yeah,
They're
1-1.
1-1.
They won week 1 the last week too.
each of the games they play, I feel like they've been really close scores.
They beat the Raiders by like a touchdown week 1.
Yeah, like I
That
think
was them getting their payback though from the
Yeah.
last game of the season.
I'm
last year.
not impressed by their defense that much.
No. For everyone they added.
Like
Yeah.
Khalil Mack's good. J.C. Jackson isn't as good as people say.
but at the same
I've seen him get burnt by Stephon Diggs for 3 touchdowns on a
That's-
Monday night
that's
in
fair.
New England.
But I feel like again, it's the beginning of the season. If they clean that up, then I think they have a solid chance. It'll come down to Herbert because again, experience is king in my opinion. That's why I feel like the Chiefs
Well-
are always going to be a lock because they have that experience going deep into playoffs, going to Super Bowl.
You know these teams can put up points, but can they consistently put up points?
Exactly.
Because the Bills were able to match the Chiefs in the divisional round. It's just they got the ball first in overtime. And it was unfortunate. It is what it is. I've kind of I've accepted it.
I feel like this
Have you?
Yeah.
this
We
is
look good this
definitely-
year. I've accepted it.
This has to be your year. I
You
feel
look
like
good every year.
Blows kiss.
But no, this is definitely your year. Like your team is stacked. You fortified yourselves in almost every
Well,
area.
we added Von Miller to the number 1 defense statistically.
And he's been great for you guys so far. Like honestly,
Well, our problem last year was we didn't close. You know what I'm talking about. We would get pressure, but we wouldn't close out.
yeah.
Now we have a finisher. He goes finishing move.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wish he would cut that triangle off the back of his head, but I mean, other than that,
He can do whatever he wants as long as he gets sacks.
I guess. Well, $120 million, right? Hey.
Have at it, champ.
All right, let's move on to fantasy updates. So,
Oh man,
Fantasy.
what a week!
Fantasy.
what? Oh man.
Fantasy hates me. I had 3 injuries going into week 1 in my 8-man. Then I got 2 more during the week. Both of my starting receivers were out. I picked up Amari Cooper on waivers, and I started Juju, who had 1 point. I can't catch a break. It's okay.
bro, our 4-man league, I honestly had a chance to beat Matt this week.
I'm the champ in the 4-man.
If I had just checked, because we were at Uprise the past week, so I had no good
Which
cell
music
service.
festival?
Christian Music
You
Festival.
can't just mention things without giving context.
But anyway, well, we didn't have that good of a cell service, and we were busy doing production. So literally, I hadn't have a chance to check my fantasy. If
I was able to check my fantasy. You're just
you got to see Andy Minio, so I mean, you had freer time.
you're off track.
Anyway, so yeah,
We'll cut that.
if I had checked it,
I beat you by 38.
but if I had put Jalen Hurts in plus the Eagles
48.
defense, if I put in the 4-man, if I put Jalen Hurts in plus the Eagles defense, I would have beat
Who's
you
your
by
other
least.
quarterback?
In
Herbert?
that league, yeah, Herbert, and I dropped Russell Wilson.
Yeah, you drafted 4 quarterbacks in a 4-man league.
Okay. I didn't care much about the 4-man. It was more about the 10-man. That's the point we have the punishment in.
Which league was it? You were worried about getting a kicker and then you didn't draft a kicker.
That was the 8-man with your
That was
family.
the 8-man.
Which I'm doing good in that. I'm 2-0.
Yeah, and then
Still
both
below
my-
me, baby.
I don't care. At least I'm
Jer-
above water.
Jeremy's gonna run away with
Hey,
that
I just
league.
want to we have on our college campus we have 10 of us that we got together. We made a league. I put up 232.46 points this week, and wow.
I put up 137 and lost to 183. I'm 0-2.
I'm 2-0.
If I have to sit,
2-0.
if I have to sit in a Waffle House for 24
2-0,
hours, I'm gonna
buddies.
lose it.
2-0, buddies.
Yeah,
And I play Ethan Strand.
we're
I'm
winners.
gonna smoke him. My team's on.
The Bills won. That's okay.
I am better.
I'm better.
Justice.
I played Jeremy in our 10-man yesterday. I just conceded victory to him once I saw like the problems in my roster. Literally, Gabe Davis was ruled out for your game that like the hour before.
Hour and a half before.
Well, I forgot to switch a kicker because I had the Chiefs kicker and he didn't play, and then my quarterback who I have Russ who put up like less than 20 points for me this week.
13.
The only thing I have going in
wasn't
my
meant to
8-man
be.
league is Josh Allen. And in my 10-man league, it's also just Josh Allen.
I'm very excited about our 8-man league.
It was so you know what the most conflicting thing was about facing Jeremy yesterday? He had Jalen Hurts. So literally, I'm sitting there watching the Eagles game. I want him to do good, but at the same time, it sucks because that means he's beat me by more points.
No, in week 1 of my 4 leagues, I have Stephon Diggs in 1. Guess how many times I faced him in the other ones? Faced him in all 3 other ones. It was just devastating.
That's unfortunate, but
Can't catch a break.
we'll just see how it goes. The rest, I literally did a whole bunch of retooling in the 8-man today. So, actually, I forget it was on Yahoo.
It's team maintenance.
Me and
Whoa.
Matt did some team maintenance.
Let's look at this blockbuster.
Oh yeah, let's
trade.
hear this trade.
It's all you.
Let's pause.
Where is it?
Right here.
That's not it.
Right there.
Aha.
Speaking to the mic.
So, listen. Well, I like transactions. So, I traded away Kyle Pitts, Derrick Henry, Deebo Samuel, and Jalen Waddle, right?
Right.
For Mark Andrews, Jerry Jeudy, and Austin Eckler. Now I know what you're saying and thinking. Why'd you trade Waddle and Henry? Hey man, I just wanna let's read my roster real quick. I got Diggs, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Saquon Barkley, Austin Eckler, Mark Andrews, and Jerry Jeudy now. Starting quarterback, I could go with Tom Brady or Tua. I'm going with Tua. You want to know why? Because he's Tua. He is him.
You know you sound like
Tua and O.
You know who you sound like? You
That
sound
was a
like
dead
the Max Kellerman. Finger on the trigger. The Martians got the.
I want Iguodala.
You're such a showman.
Oh.
This is the greatest show.
That was very
Uh,
chauvinistic of you.
Chauvinistic.
I used a big word.
We have fun here. Anyway, but no, fantasy is just. I never have good luck in fantasy. Anyway,
Let's segue into week 3.
You draft like 7 Eagles on your team.
that was look. I did better this last year. That was bad. This year
plays
I
with
didn't
his
pick
heart.
anybody.
Let's segue into week 3.
The 10-man actually drafted decent. They're just not putting up points for me. Anyway, it's okay.
Copyright infringement.
Oh my! Week 3 predictions.
Week 3. So I'm gonna read the game, and you're gonna tell me who you think's gonna win. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let me move my laptop. Okay. Okay. So Thursday, Steelers and Browns.
Steelers.
I got the Steelers.
Steelers.
Their defense is just too good. I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
Yeah.
A bunch of NFL young boys.
Yes.
Well, the
With
thing is,
their
TJ
black Air Force
Watt's
energy.
out for the first 6 weeks.
Oh, I forgot about
The
that.
Bills don't have to see TJ Watt. Okay, so that's the Thursday, and we all want Steelers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money Mitch. How long do you think it'll be until we see
Pick it.
I'm
Pickett?
saying week 4.
Week 6.
Pick it, bro.
It's gonna be during that Bills game.
Rudolph is the number 2.
Whack-a-mole Rudolph.
Yeah,
That
he'll have a play. He'll throw an interception or get hit a certain way, and then
Yeah.
they're just gonna throw in Pickett.
Yeah. Bills Dolphins.
Ooh.
That's a tough one.
Ooh.
I got Dolphins by 3.
In overtime.
You're going with Dolphins too?
No, I'm gonna go Bills. But if it's gonna be a win, it's gonna be in overtime.
I want to go Bills because you guys have been playing so well. But if there was any upset, that would be it.
I know I'm biased.
Yeah.
It's gonna come off as bias anyway, but I don't know. The Dolphins were losing most of that week 2 game, and they only
Yeah.
beat the Patriots 20-7. The Bills have a better defense than both of those teams,
Yep.
and they have a better pass rush.
20-17 final score.
No, I think
That's
it's gonna.
such
I still
a
think
low scoring
that
game.
being said about the Bills' defense, I think it'll still be a high scoring game. I think. I don't trust the Dolphins' defense. I mean, Lamar killed them,
Yeah.
and he had 4 passing touchdowns.
To be fair, Lamar always kills the Dolphins. Remember that one year they put up 50 against the Dolphins, and
Yeah.
their team went to switch
So-
to somewhere else.
With Lamar throwing 4 touchdowns, I'm scared as to what Josh Allen's going to do. Now, hear me out. Josh Allen is 7-1 against the Dolphins. That one loss, Charles Clay drops a touchdown in the end zone. Should have won. He should be 8-0. His touchdown to interception ratio is over 4. I think he has like I don't remember how many touchdowns he has against them, but he does not have that many interceptions. It's either 3 or 4 interceptions against them. That's the team he dominates the most. It's like Aaron Rodgers versus the Bears. It's ridiculous.
It'll go one of 2 ways. Either you guys will continue being dominant and show that the Dolphins aren't ready yet, or
last year in Buffalo, they zero blitzed him and we still won 28-11. I know the Dolphins are good this year.
Tyreek is a game changer. I can't lie.
I know. But
Who was their quarterback last year?
who?
The Dolphins.
It was Tua.
It was Tua.
It was
Tua was
Tua
out, I
for a
thought.
little
Oh,
bit.
No,
Jacoby
he-
Brissett.
Okay.
Tua,
Yeah.
Tua played the second game.
Yeah.
Okay.
We knocked out Tua in the first game. We hurt his ribs. But I don't know. I just don't see them winning. We play
still
really
think-
good in Miami. We
I
play
think
really
it would
good in
be
Buffalo.
Bills by 14 if it doesn't go into overtime.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I think the Dolphins will put up a tough fight in the first half, but the Bills just seem to be a better second half team.
Yeah.
The Dolphins are just sneaky.
They are
Very.
sneaky.
That's
Very
The Bills
sneaky.
if the Bills play on their A game, they'll win.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
If,
if
the
they
Bills come out hot, they're gonna put up 14 in the first quarter,
Mhm.
and if they do that, it's over.
I think if the Bills let up in the second half, then that'll let the
Yeah,
Dolphins
'cause
come
there's-
back. That's
there's
what the
too
Ravens
much-
did.
There's too much to cover.
Yeah, that's what the Ravens did.
Yeah.
They had so many broken coverages, but I don't know. I can't see the Dolphins outscoring Josh Allen.
No.
I mean, like I said, either you guys will continue to be dominant, or the Dolphins may get upset and show that they're coming.
All I know is it's the game of the week, but I have the Bills winning by a touchdown or 10.
Okay, that's fair.
Matt's so funny.
Next game.
Bengals Jets.
Bengals.
Jets.
Let's go. Joe Flacco. Big sweep.
Joe Flacco is gonna throw for 346 yards. He's gonna have 4 passing touchdowns.
1 rushing. calling it here. He's gonna be on the 1 yard and he's gonna be like, screw it, I'm running it.
Flacco. Wait, that's not how.
Joe Burrow just does not look good.
No.
Well, the first game he threw 4 interceptions and fumbled.
Yep.
And then the second game he looked terrified to throw the ball against Dallas.
Dallas.
I may be in the minority here. I'm used to it.
You are.
But
The minority.
yes.
We're gonna have to cut that out.
No, we don't. Anyway, I feel like this is the game that
It's
the
definitely
Bengals pick it up.
It's definitely a bounce back game, but it's also a trap game
Yeah,
because they're like,
I feel like they have to win this.
They
If
have
they
to.
don't, they're just.
someone's getting fired.
It's a lost cause at that point.
I don't think
if they
someone's getting fired, but then they're gonna start looking at
It's honestly their
It's-
rebuilt quote unquote O
offensive
line.
line.
Yes.
It's
They're
garbage.
not doing anything.
They have like $72 million paid in the offensive line alone, and
It's
he's-
atrocious.
Burrow's still getting sacked as much as he was his rookie year.
He's running for his life.
He is.
I think they also lost that Dallas game because T. Higgins was hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a concussion, I think.
Well,
Who
he
had
was
that game?
still in, but not a lot.
Oh wait, no.
He
He had a
was-
concussion in the first
He-
game.
First
yeah,
game.
because
Yeah.
you know the thug Steelers defense wants to try to hurt people left and right at Mika Fitzpatrick.
I mean, blame Tomlin. He bought them all black Air Forces before the
I mean,
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just sparked something. Okay, so we all have the Jets.
They have the Jets. I have the Bengals.
I have the
say
Jets. Joe Burrow has to show something. Raiders, Titans. I got the Raiders.
Raiders. Yeah.
That's another game. If the Titans don't win, it's
Yeah.
Well,
They're-
because their secondary is garbage. McCreary is their CB1, I guess. You saw what Stephon Diggs to him did. Stephon Diggs did to him. It's Devontae Adams.
oh, that's a
Devontae Adams versus their cornerback one with. I put Devontae Adams over Stephon Diggs.
That's fair.
Any day.
Mhm.
Stephon Diggs is top 3 in my opinion, though.
He is. He is.
But
I mean, imagine Devontae with Allen or something.
Bro.
like-
do it, Stephon Diggs and Devontae Adams. Gabe Davis will ship him off. But
That's
I would do
messed
that
up.
in a heartbeat for Devontae Adams.
We
I'm
know
sorry.
you would.
But
Who wouldn't?
Devontae
That's fair.
Adams versus that secondary, it's over.
Honestly, I feel like that's one of the games where like just Carr and Adams alone will win you that game.
But
You don't
will
have to
this
really rely
will
on
this
the
be a
winners.
bounce back game for Derrick Henry? Is going to be
I
interesting
think so.
because their defense is definitely not that great.
Yeah.
I think he has 3 rushing touchdowns. I think he really picks up the slack this week.
They're gonna emphasize the run, I think, just because of how much of a weakness their pass game is.
It'll just be Adams versus Henry, to be honest. Like whoever can score the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we all went Raiders on that
yeah,
one.
I'm going
Yeah.
Raiders.
I'm going
on
Raiders.
That one.
Okay. Saints Panthers.
Saints.
I say
I
I
was-
want to see the Panthers win.
Yeah, I was gonna say Panthers.
I want to see if Baker can bounce back, but the Saints have a good defense.
They do.
They shut down Tom Brady, but I mean Tom Brady does not
What was
look
it?
like
20-2, 20-10.
something like
was it?
that. Tom Brady. Let me find the score. Tom Brady did. It was
Tom
20
Brady
to 10,
looks
yeah.
terrible. Like they're winning games.
He looks anorexic, low key. Like,
I
I'm
just
sorry,
mean he
but-
looks bad on the field.
Well,
No,
it's
I
just-
know, but like he's just
he looks awful.
Yeah.
Like physically wise. Every Wednesday he has vet rest now. He's never had that before.
It was funny. I saw a meme on Instagram, and because the whole situation with Brady's wife wanting him to spend time with the family and all that, step away from football. The meme said Tony Stark said he would quit Iron Man in 4 films before he eventually died on the battlefield. That lady got realized Brady's dying on the field. I don't see Brady ever actually stepping away from football. It just seems impossible to me.
He should be a commentator.
He's going to be.
I
He
could
already
see
has a
him
deal
being
with
a
Fox.
quarterback
It's
coach.
just I could see that. I could see him just being a head coach in general.
Yeah.
He has the attitude
He
for
has
it.
so many
Yeah.
years of experience.
What's it
to
called? I
not.
think him and Joe Buck would be the worst commentator experience of my life.
Oh no.
Joe Buck sucks.
Joe Buck is the worst
I'm gonna-
sports announcer in history.
Amen.
let us know if we should make merch that says Joe Buck sucks.
Next
So
game?
we took. Who took Saints?
I think we were split
I'll
on that.
take
I
the
took
We were
Saints.
split on
You took
that.
Saints. We took Panthers.
we
took
I just want to see Baker
Pop off.
look good.
Yeah.
How is Jameis been looking though?
He had 4
He
picks
looked
last week.
Three.
Three,
He looked
sorry.
terrible.
I think I might switch my pick. But I will say though, like
If Alvin Kamara was out last week.
Michael
I'll say
Thomas
that.
is looking pretty good for coming back. So if they get
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara back up and healthy,
If they give
and
Alvin Kamara
Michael
the ball,
Thomas, then I say that Saints might win.
I just don't understand why teams aren't using their running back RB1s.
Who are
It
the
just makes no sense.
yeah.
who are the wide receivers in the Panthers now? Did they got rid of DJ Moore? Did
They
Re-
got
no, they have
DJ
they still
Moore
have
and
Robbie
Robbie
Anderson.
Anderson.
Okay, I thought they traded one away.
Those
the
are
offseason.
their. I mean, basically everyone else's. I mean, you can count. I guess McCaffrey's probably their number 2 target, if I had to guess.
He's like a
Yeah.
slot receiver
Yeah.
playing running back.
If he can get it to Anderson and DJ Moore, which I feel like I feel like they're the bottom of the totem pole as far as wide receiver duos in the league. They're towards the bottom for me. They're not that.
I think they're good. It's just
Yeah.
the person thrown to them. They haven't had anyone solid since Cam Newton in 2015. I don't know if they were even
Yeah.
on the team at that point, but
Okay. Segue. Ravens Patriots. I got Ravens.
Ravens are going to crap on them.
Ravens.
You look like you were gonna say the
I
Patriots.
wanted to
first.
be different, but I can't on that one.
The Patriots. They looked awful against.
I'm gonna take that as my lock.
lock of the week.
I'm
Okay.
gonna do that as my
Yeah.
lock. If I'm gonna pick one, I'm gonna put the Ravens.
gonna
top
be-
of the
Yeah.
Patriots.
It's
My
gonna
lo-
be
My lock was
40
the Raiders.
42-10.
I just don't see Mac Jones outscoring Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, definitely
He
not.
just-
no,
He
not at all.
doesn't look.
I
Good
think
this
you
year.
put Mac Jones on any other team in the league, and he's an above-average quarterback.
Yeah, it's just their offense is the most bland thing I've ever seen. It's like eating like brown rice. It's nothing special.
I think Mac. I don't know. I think you could be right about two things because I feel like Mac is in the perfect situation with the Patriots. It's just that Belichick doesn't know how to draft freaking wide receivers.
Well, they didn't draft those receivers either. It's Nelson
Yeah.
Aguilar and Jacoby Myers.
No,
They have Devontae Parker too.
They're all
Wait,
literally. They're
Nikhil Harry.
he's
they're-
with Chicago.
But still, they drafted him over DK, or was that
Everybody drafted someone over DK. He was a second round pick.
still?
Well, that's like
Everyone made a mistake with that.
It's like saying how we drafted Rager over Jay Jettas.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they have.
That'll be the worst draft decision in NFL
History?
history.
But they have a worse history of drafting wide receivers than we do.
Oh no, we also skipped out on Metcalf.
Yes, but I'm saying like as a history
well,
drafting, they're worse
move
than us
on,
with wide
move on.
receivers.
I think the Patriots don't have a shot. Their defense didn't get any better. It got worse.
Patriots, I think, are gonna finish with
They might finish in
max
last
5
place.
wins on the season.
They're gonna finish
at
in last
max.
place.
Yeah,
The Jets look better than
I
them.
see the Jets getting at least 7 wins this season.
I'm gonna say 6-11.
That's
I'm gonna say that
that's fair.
the Patriots either 5 or 6-11.
I think the Lions get at least 6 wins this year.
Lions, I'm going 7 or 8.
They've come out with a different fire this year. They definitely like I don't know what it is about being on Hard Knocks. It's just it makes you come out different. But they came out with fire against us, almost took over the game, and then the second week they won. So
Does 8-9 get a team into the playoffs in the NFC?
possibly.
In the NFC, I have no clue what's gonna happen in the NFC.
Considering all the teams are like,
The Rams look like crap.
yeah,
I mean, they won week 2, but who did they play?
the Falcons, I think.
Yeah, they played the Falcons.
Yeah.
They let the Falcons come back in. Their defense is not what they thought it was.
Marcus Mariota, baby.
Von Miller was a big part of their defense, and them losing him.
And then Odell.
Bobby
as well.
Wagner looks like trash. I'm sorry, he just looks too old.
They don't have what's his face? Whitworth? He left. He was actually a solid piece.
Their offensive line looks like it's in
And
shambles.
Stafford, I don't know what happened.
His elbow, I think, is still, but he's playing through
He
it.
doesn't look
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, next game.
Oh wait, before we do, I'm sorry, but what about Odell? Do we think he's going to sign with anybody soon?
I think he's gonna. He looks really big on Buffalo or the Rams.
We all had. What was your prediction? He was to pick a team after the Rams and Bills
There's
opener?
no reason why he wouldn't want to come to the Bills now,
Just to get a ring.
just to get a ring.
He already has a ring.
He does.
But if
Come
he
to the
won.
Chiefs.
That's another way for them to get a ring. He's gonna go to one of the contenders though.
The
Yeah,
Chiefs need a
definitely.
number 1. We have a team of number 2s.
Yeah,
And then Kelsey.
yeah.
should get Josh Gordon back.
Yeah, we know how that worked the first time.
Next game. Next game, Lions and Vikings.
I got, ooh, gosh.
Lions on that one actually.
That's gonna be a really good game.
I think the Vikings bounce back.
I don't know if the Lions defense can contain Jettas.
Even
Yeah,
if
because
they-
Darius Slay is a
yeah.
top
but
10 corner.
can the Vikings defense contain St. Brown?
Yeah.
Dude, St. Brown has turned into
a beast.
Honestly,
beast.
he easily a top 10 receiver right now.
But it's
As
not-
things stand in this moment,
But it's not just St. Brown as well. You always got to deal with DeAndre Swift. He's
you got Swift, Williams,
Swift looks good. Jamal Williams is a touchdown.
Hawkins.
Yes, he's a good red zone.
Okay.
Hawkinson. And
Hawkinson is
who's
good.
their other receiver?
Um,
Chark. Is
Yes.
that his name?
DJ Chark, yeah.
Yes.
Chark.
He's sneaky.
he
Their
is.
their offense is
Good.
isn't it the most expensive offense?
Really?
Or-
I don't know.
I think it is.
At
I might
least
be
one of the
wrong, but
most expensive.
I don't know. I think they overpaid for some players,
I
but
think it's
Yeah.
going to be a
They definitely
heavily
overpaid for Chark.
offensive game.
I still got Vikings in that game though. I think it'll be close because the Lions play close games.
Yes, they do.
Most
That's
of
their first divisional game, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh god, I'm gonna go Lions.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Can I call that as an upset?
Well,
Can I do Lions?
well,
upset
Kirk
of the
Cousins
week on
isn't
that?
playing on prime time now. That's a big factor.
2-10, baby.
Okay. So, who had what?
I'm going Lions.
I got
Lions.
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 I feel like Vikings.
I have Vikings too.
I think that game's gonna come down to quarterback play. If Goff can,
It's gonna come down to a field goal, and it's gonna be a heartbreaker for Detroit.
Oh
Yes.
Eagles, Commanders.
God, I gotta go. I'm biased. Eagles.
That's going to be a really good game because both of them
gonna
are
depend on-
showing up majorly.
It's gonna
but
depend on Wentz to McLaurin.
Yep.
Yes.
And Wentz is coming
Well,
home.
not even to McLaurin
Dotson.
because the
Jahan
other
Dotson,
two
too.
receivers, Samuel and Dotson, have been showing up more than Scary Terry.
Well, Scary Terry's getting a lot of extra coverage.
Where's the game at?
in Philly.
Oh, Philly.
I got Washington there.
No, it's in Washington.
Wait, it's in Washington.
At
Are you sure?
Washington?
It's at okay.
I-
I still got Washington, dude. I don't know what it is. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. It's gonna be like that Lions Eagles game, week
Yeah.
1.
It's Carson
fair.
Wentz's revenge game.
I don't see him getting.
I want to
local
see
revenge.
that.
I see his revenge game going about as well as Jalen Reagor, and we all saw how that turned out.
Carson Wentz is talented. He's in his
Rager
head.
is
Just
Jalen Rager.
yeah. Carson Wentz has the talent. We've seen him do it before.
Yeah.
It's just been in his head since Nick Foles took over him.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't know.
Well,
I don't.
I
What did
feel
we
like
say about last year then? Because last year he had Frank Reich as his head coach. They were
He
doing
just-
decent, and they just collapsed.
I feel like the Eagles have a better defense than the Redskins, though.
Thank you.
They do.
Yeah, they have
The
better
Commanders.
team than the Commanders.
Commanders in quotation marks. Jeremy's part Native
Redskins.
American. I know. So it's okay. But I don't know. That's a. Can we pass on one?
That's more of a trap game, in my opinion, though. I
It
feel
is
like
a trap. It is a
for
trap
us.
game because people
It's also a divisional game. They always go either way.
People are gonna overlook the Commanders just because of how bad they were last year, but I think they definitely got better with Wentz. And Jahan Dotson looks great. I mean, I know Matt's talking about him about fantasy.
Bro, I'm in a 14-man league, and we have 2 flexes.
Is he?
Dotson has been my number 1 flex guy every these past 2 weeks. He's put up 18 and 17.9, something like that.
Solid.
He took Juju's spot. Juju put 4 points for me, bro.
Bro,
Like,
I had Juju in a non-PPR. He had 10 yards, 1 point. I lost by 5.
Mahomes, use
That's
him.
why we
I
don't
lost
play
by
PPR
5.
anymore.
We'll play
Or
PPR next year.
non-PPR.
So who had what? Commanders?
I got Commanders.
I'm going Eagles.
Eagles.
Can I pass?
Wow.
No,
I'll go Eagles by 3.
Okay.
that's fair.
Chiefs, Colts. I got the Chiefs.
I'm gonna go Chiefs.
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 Unless Matt Ryan can pull back to the MVP season,
Matt
then
Ryan,
he got shot.
I don't understand why everyone was like, "Oh, Matt Ryan with the Colts is gonna be a good fit." He
I-
can't. He can't catch a snap. He dropped like 3 snaps. It hurts.
Chiefs by 20.
I can see that
I
they
can
lost
see
by
it.
24
Straight up.
to the Jaguars.
I mean, our defense is probably like a top 17 defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 15,
It's-
something like that.
It's like right in the middle or
Yeah, we're
above.
very average.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I'm-
with Willie Gay out for 4.
Willie
I
Gay's out.
love his name.
Nick Bolton.
That's Willie Gay.
Nick Bolton is a solid guy on our defense.
He's just young.
McDuffie's hurt.
Is he out this week?
Chris Jones is great. Who?
McDuffie.
I think McDuffie's out for a week or 2. I could be wrong. I don't think he's on the IR though. But I can easily see the Chiefs winning that game by 20. Like
Yeah.
easily.
You guys are in a team that's gonna overlook an opponent.
Yeah.
Andy Reid's just a great head coach.
He is.
Andy
He's gonna
Reid
be a
just
Hall of
wants to go
Famer.
out there and put up as many points as he can.
And then
I don't
eat
think
a
he
burger
cares how many
after.
he gives up.
Yeah.
Mans is a legend.
He is.
He
So-
get a cheeseburger afterwards too.
It's just that they don't give Jonathan Taylor the ball.
They don't, which is
Well-
surprising because he was the leading rusher
Well,
last
I
season.
feel like the main part of that is Derrick Henry was the leading rusher. Look what happened to him. He
That's
got
fair.
injured. They want to try to.
They're just not balanced.
Yeah,
Matt
they're
Ryan
not
shouldn't.
balancing it.
If you have Matt Ryan throwing 40 or 50 passes a game, you've already lost.
Yeah.
If that's your game plan,
Pittman comes back next week.
I know. Trust
So
me, I know.
That could be.
He's my wide receiver 1 in my. All right.
That could definitely be. Because I like our run defense. We'll slip up.
Yeah.
That happens.
Everyone does,
But
really.
Our secondary, dear Lord.
Dear Lord.
I don't see you guys. I don't see you guys losing that though. I'm sorry. I don't see you guys.
You guys are a solid team.
Yeah, Mahomes will keep you in it. Like
You can't count the Chiefs out of anything.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "Oh, the Chargers are going to win that division."
yeah,
They didn't make the playoffs last year. Everyone thought they were going to be a contender last year, so that's my thought.
Unless Mahomes gets injured, you're
Don't
pretty
even
much secure.
talk about that. If Mahomes gets injured, that kind of just ruins the game. Okay. Texans Bears. Wow.
I want to go Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
I got the Texans.
The Bears by 17.
Wait, where's it at? Where's it at?
I think it's in Chicago.
Bears.
Bears.
By 17.
Bears by 20.
I got Bears by 3.
I feel like Justin Fields will show. Justin Fields is the quarterback for them. They just need to build around him.
They need an offensive line.
that too.
The thing is, he's running for his life. It depends on Houston's offense, though, and the weather.
What offense?
Davis Mills season, baby.
Davis Mills isn't bad.
And Brandon Cooks.
Wow, who's playing?
this is the game that doesn't matter.
I know it's the wait, no, who's
Texans and Bears.
Texans and Bears.
Okay, Justin Fields just needs
You forgot the team that you picked.
yeah. Justin Fields needs just a top guy in that offense. I mean, Montgomery's solid. Mooney's
Yeah.
okay.
Mooney's okay.
He can be good.
Cole Kmet hasn't caught
Imagine
a pass
if
yet.
he had someone like Allen Robinson. Just imagine that.
They
You
have
mean when they had Allen Robinson?
I know.
He made
yeah.
a joke.
they have Equanimous St. Brown on my Ross.
Oh yeah,
brother.
I forgot about that.
Huh? Yeah.
Wow. They got
So-
cool names though. I can't lie. Those are some.
Since it's in Chicago, I got Bears by 3.
Yeah.
The Bears.
It's going to be a low scoring game.
Probably.
It's going to be like 17-14 or like 10-7.
It's crazy that we call that a low scoring game now
Yeah.
with how explosive these offenses are.
Yeah.
And well, these are the two least explosive.
I'm just saying.
I know. Jaguars Chargers. This could be a trap game.
I want to.
This could be a trap game.
I want to go Chargers.
It depends on if Herbert
Herbert's
plays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
if Herbert plays.
Who's the
then
backup
Chargers.
in
And if
LA?
not Eckler.
Philip Rivers. No.
Bruh.
comes out of retirement?
Honestly, I'm going Jacksonville on that one. Did you see what Jacksonville did last week?
I want to go Jacksonville because of Doug Pearson. I
Yeah.
think he can. I'm so glad he got a coaching opportunity there because there's no way you can get any worse than Urban Meyer. I'm sorry. Urban Meyer literally almost drove that franchise to the ground. But they have a solid team. They drafted well for defensively. So they got a shot in a good portion of their games this year, in my opinion.
That's fair. It depends on if
Yeah.
Keenan Allen plays too.
Yeah.
I freaking have Keenan Allen and he died. I want to see who the Chargers backup quarterback is.
They had him warming up. I saw him. I don't know his name though.
Speaking of
Chase Daniel.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
That's rough. If Herbert plays, they win.
if Herbert and Keenan Allen play because Keenan
Allen should
hamstring.
play. Keenan Allen should play.
It's a hamstring.
He
you never know.
recovers pretty well because he's injured every year.
That's true.
I gotta stop drafting
I'm
him.
going Jacksonville on that.
Yeah.
I want Lawrence to play well.
Yeah.
I do
And
too because it's not like he's a player you can hate because he went to Clemson.
Sunshine.
He does look exactly like him. It's kind of crazy, and we have a friend who looks just like him.
Yeah.
But we gotta get her a Trevor Lawrence
Shout
jersey.
out Emma.
But we gotta see what he can do.
Yeah.
But I think if Justin Herbert plays, I think they win. But if he doesn't, then I think Jaguars might sneak a win by. This is a toss up for me. Would you guys agree it's a toss up?
Yeah.
Just because of injuries.
Yeah. Rams Cardinals. I got the Rams. Cardinals suck.
I want to say
It's
Rams.
a divisional game though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm not impressed with Kyler Murray. Like they won
I'm
last.
not impressed with
just-
the Rams.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed. Their division is very unimpressive.
I think this is the game though. The Rams wake up. Like there's no way unless they just play down the competition. There's no
Cooper
way.
Cup, baby.
Just keep
Cup.
feeding Cup. See what happens. He only throws to white
Maybe.
receivers. It feels like Allen Robinson looks lost out there.
Matthew Stafford. The only.
Didn't he have 2 touchdowns last week though?
Did he have 2 touchdowns
Yeah.
last week? He might have.
It feels
Unless
like
they got called back, but
it feels like the only black receiver Matthew Stafford really trusts is Megatron. He's been gone for like 10 years.
Wow, that was loaded. Who do you guys got though? Rams or Cardinals?
I'm going Cardinals on that.
Really?
I don't think it's a double XP weekend, so Kyler Murray might.
Give us context on that.
So Kyler Murray, someone pulled out the statistics, and this is in his new contract. He's not supposed to play like Call of Duty on game weeks, which is
Every week?
every week in the season. But he is, I believe he's officially. They lost last week, right? Or
No, they won.
they won.
They
They
came
won?
back and
Okay,
won.
Yeah.
so he is 7-9 in double XP weekend. 7-9-1 in double XP weekends.
Is that for Call of Duty?
Call of Duty,
Okay.
yeah. Sorry. And it was a winning record. 17 and 13,
Something like that.
something along those lines. When it's not a double XP weekend, like there were these people that did these statistics
That's insane.
and showed that he's worse during double XP weekends.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of
That's
Kyler,
probably why they gave him that clause to,
actually study
study.
film.
yeah,
Speaking of Kyler, did you hear about him getting like hit in the face after last week's game?
Oh, yeah, didn't a
Well,
fan throw something?
No,
No.
apparently the fan reached out and kind of like hit him. but-
except it kind of looked like he was just trying to celebrate with them, even though
Yeah.
it was like the opposing team.
It might have been an
Like if you
accident.
actually like watch it, it looks like he's just trying to reach out like the rest of the
Yeah.
fans were to like be like, hey.
Because when we first went over there, that's what he was doing. He literally was like hype, just dapping people up.
Yeah.
I don't know, but apparently they're investigating it. But I feel like there's nothing really there.
So who's everybody's picks? You got Cardinals.
I got
Rams.
Cardinals.
Rams.
I got Rams.
I want to go.
You want to say Rams? I
I'm
know.
gonna say Rams by 3. That's gonna be close, I think, because they're kind of underwhelming right now.
Cam Akers, you better run the ball. That's all I know.
I think Josh Rosen is gonna hit DeAndre Hopkins a lot that game.
The opposite. Neither of those guys are near a field. Josh Rosen isn't even on a team.
Exactly his point.
L.
The craziest thing is, I think Larry Fitzgerald is still contracted with the Cardinals. He hasn't played since.
Under contract.
Well, yeah,
Contract.
but he hasn't.
He's Larry
he's
Fitzgerald
pregnant.
gives birth.
He's contracting.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
This is a good game. This is the best 4:00 window game. Packers Bucks.
Bucks.
Packers.
Go Pack, go!
I got Packers. I don't know.
I cannot stand
Well-
Thomas Brady.
Here's my point. Mike Evans is suspended.
Ooh, I forgot about
Ooh.
that.
Tom Brady does not look good.
But he has Julio. Julio has shown he still
Aaron
has some
Rodgers?
Julio's out.
Julio's
He is out?
I don't know if
Aaron,
he's out this week, but
Aaron Rodgers looked good with Alan Lazard last week.
Wait, is Fournette out as well?
No.
no.
Because
Mm,
Alan Lazard didn't play week 1 against the Vikings, but he looks good. He looked good in week 2. He looked like I wouldn't say a wide receiver 1, but I'd say a wide receiver 1.5. You know what I mean?
thinking that.
Yeah, you know.
Tampa signed Cole Beasley.
Tampa did sign Cole Beasley, but he's
They
only on the
got-
practice squad right
Who's
now.
that guy?
They're going to activate him. though.
Perryman?
Rashad Perriman.
B. Perryman. I forget his first name.
Oh,
But he
Brett or something.
I don't know, but he jumped in. I don't know if he was a young guy, if he's just a guy that's off the bench, but he did decent. He helped him out last week.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be
For whatever kind of game it was.
it's gonna be like a 28-24 kind of game.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
I think it's in Tampa.
That gosh.
It's at
I'm still gonna
Tampa.
go with the Packers, but
At
You
the
can't
same
go against Aaron Rodgers.
At the same time, Brady
it's
has kinda-
Rodgers
go
against
against
Brady.
Yeah, and Brady has had his number like the last couple seasons.
I
so
got Rodgers. I don't know.
That's I'm going Packers as well.
as long as he
Rodgers
doesn't,
didn't look as bad as Brady did.
but as long as he doesn't trust his wide receivers, there's no chance.
He started to build some chemistry with Alan Lazard, though.
You know what? I actually want to change to Packers. Because
Dude,
also
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, Aaron Jones
That's
and
fair.
Aaron
AJ
Jones is a
Dillon are
monster.
both
Leonard
just
Fournette looked
popping off.
underwhelming.
They have the best 1-2 punch in the league.
Yes,
Well,
they do.
Okay.
Debatable with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I'm gonna change to the Packers. I'll change to the Packers.
Wow. So Matt and I were really convincing.
Sweep.
That's our. Is that our first sweep?
I think so.
No. The
No.
Raiders
Yeah.
was.
Oh yeah.
Falcons Seahawks. That's underwhelming.
The birds. I'm going with the birds on this
The
one,
birds.
guys.
That's
They're
helpful.
both birds.
They're both.
I know.
That was kind of the point, Corey.
So they're tying.
I got the Falcons. I like Marcus Mariota. I like him more than Geno Smith. Because Marcus Mariota can still run.
Kyle Pitts better have the game of his life.
They got to.
I want Penny to finally prove something.
Yeah.
That too.
This game, I don't care who wins.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun or funny to watch.
I'm indifferent.
You're indifferent. So
Yeah.
who are you guys taking? I got Falcons.
I'll go Falcons.
Let's go Seahawks.
I'm indifferent. Doesn't matter to me.
Pick
I
one.
feel like that's high.
You gotta
honestly.
Pick one.
I think a tie's a fair.
Tie.
I think
Okay,
tie's
fair.
fair.
Yeah. Sorry, I was.
You're good.
Okay.
That might be an overtime tie. Honestly.
This one's a good one. Niners Broncos. The Sunday night game.
Give me Jimmy G in this
yeah.
one.
Jimmy G's gonna.
Well, I don't know why they started Trey Lance over him. I
I
get
think
it.
they
You
wanted-
drafted him.
He's a first round
for
they
pick.
that
wanted to
reason.
start young again.
Jimmy G
even
looked
though-
good last
Yeah.
year.
Jimmy G carried them to the Super Bowl.
The only
He's a solid C
That year
plus
is-
B minus quarterback.
the only
Yeah.
problem is Jimmy G can't win you the big one. That's the only slight with him.
He
He
got
has
got
them
them
to
Trey
the Super
Lance.
Bowl.
yeah, but did he win it?
They have a great defense. Not a great.
Not great
They
defense.
have a
solid
solid, good
defense.
defense though. When they had Rich,
Hopefully, if Kittle's back, that's an easy win.
You know what's
Yes,
sad
sir.
though?
the Broncos have a good defense,
Yeah.
but I
Their
don't know.
offense got picked
Their
up.
play calling is bad. They didn't give Javonte Williams the ball nearly enough.
Yo, they better start doing that more.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
that first game, not kicking a field goal on 4th and 5 at the end of the game.
For
Bro,
a 65-yarder, that's stupid. You paid Russell Wilson how much?
Way too much.
traded away
to
Noah
go
Fant
for
for
a
what?
field goal.
and picks.
Broncos country.
Let's
Let's
ride.
But I got the Niners.
Niners.
Yeah,
I think
Niners.
Debo has a great game.
Agreed.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're-
I
well,
hope
the
Debo has
Seahawks.
a great game.
Wait, the Seahawks. Why am I on the Seahawks? I was thinking Jamal Adams for some
Who's
reason.
out?
He's out for the season,
You had a
but
defensive player.
yeah, I know. But I just don't see the Broncos stopping
Let's ride.
all those weapons at once.
I don't see the Broncos getting more than 6 wins this season.
They just
Yeah.
they look underwhelming. Their play calling and their offensive line just look
Even
bad.
though they were predicted to be amazing.
Well, it's just because you added Russell Wilson with a good defense and Javonte.
Mm-hmm.
Cortland Sutton looks good though.
Yeah.
They weren't thrown to him nearly enough the first week, but second week he rose to the occasion. He got them that win. Monday night game, Cowboys Giants, last game of the week.
Giants.
Giants.
I got Giants.
Giants by 10.
The G-men. That's what they call them.
They're gonna start 3-0.
They're gonna start 3-0.
Saquon's looking good. He's bouncing back.
Saquon does look good. He had like 155 all-purpose yards week 1 or something like that.
Who do we? Is that the last game?
Yeah, it's
last
last
game.
game.
Who do we got going? Who's gonna also be 3-0 at the end of this week?
Chiefs,
Eagles.
I think we.
I
yeah.
think Eagles.
Chiefs, Eagles.
Bills.
Well, the Bills play the Dolphins, so it's kind of.
Yeah, but
Giants.
There's a
yeah.
good chance.
Chiefs.
Giants. I think like
Who else is 2-0? The Bucks.
The Bucks.
I don't see
know.
them going 2-0 or 3-0.
I feel like the only safe picks are Giants,
Chiefs and Eagles.
Chiefs.
I think the Eagles still go 3-0. I don't know.
That's gonna be a close game.
It is going
It
to be a
will
close
be a close
game, but I
game.
don't know. I don't know. I don't see them
Losing.
losing.
I don't see Carson getting payback. I'm sorry.
I don't see them losing to the Commanders' defense. Is what I'd say.
Yeah.
If they're going to lose, it's going to be because of their own defense.
We're literally the most expensive defense in the league. As much as money we're paying, we better be good at defensively.
Yeah,
Jonathan Gannon, do your job. That's all I gotta say.
he did his job. Calm down.
One game, but still gotta
But,
stay on him.
The Bills game is interesting. I can't confidently say we're going to win,
That might be game of the
but
week.
I can't just say
Confidently
we
say
lost.
You're gonna lose. Yeah.
I can't say I'm indifferent either.
That's a
I'm,
game that can go either way.
I'm
Yeah.
confident enough to say that if we do our job, we'll win. But it's Buffalo. It's Buffalo. I went through 17 years of not going to the playoffs.
I think it's gonna come down to
Who was the ball last?
maintaining Diggs and
I don't think they
Tyreek.
do.
and Davis.
I just don't
Is
think
Davis gonna be in this week?
he should.
If it's them, I think it's gonna be if you contain Diggs, it's gonna be a close game. But if you don't,
That's more so Diggs versus Tyreek. Who can make the bigger play?
It's
to be
just
honest.
the Bills don't give up the deep ball.
it's gonna be tough with Waddle, Tyreek. That's a tough.
Yeah,
That's the best wide receiver duo in the league.
it's gonna be a lot of zone.
So can we agree?
I will say that it's not gonna be. Oh, we got beat deep because of man coverage.
That's fair.
We're gonna play a lot of zone. We already do. We played zone against the Titans, who don't have receivers.
Can we agree that might be game of the week?
It is gonna be the game of the week.
I
It should
think
get Tony
so.
Romo.
Yeah.
It should get Tony Romo. 100%. I don't understand
Is
why.
that a
it
1
wouldn't-
o'clock slate?
1 o'clock. Yeah. It's either gonna be them getting Tony Romo or it's gonna be, Aaron Rodgers and Brady getting Romo.
That's probably gonna be Aaron Rodgers and Brady.
Yeah, but Bills Dolphins would make the most sense.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we wanted to say before we close out?
I think that's it. I don't think there's any other news.
And
Yeah,
I'm out.
And
I'm gone.
Thank
I'm
you.
on a
So yeah,
plane.
we're gonna forget that.
Yeah. Wait. Quick question though. Where's Chase Young? Is he injured still, or is he actually
I
playing?
don't know what's going on with Chase
Pretty
Young.
sure he's
Oh,
injured.
I don't really
still.
care.
Okay.
Who is Chase Young?
That's insane.
I'm not kidding.
Defensive end for the Reds, the Commanders.
Oh,
First round pick, like
I
some
got
seasons
nothing.
ago. Okay.
He's from Ohio State. But
I think that's it.
hit the outro.
Yep. Thank you
Matt,
guys.
give us some outro music.
Thank you guys for listening. This has been another episode of
Yeah.
The Fourth Stringers. Thank you guys for listening. Catch us next week. God bless. Good night.
Yeah.